All right, and welcome to the Frog Splash Podcast, coming from you live from San Antonio, Texas. We are
Darrell,
Jesse,
Adam,
Alex,
and we're real excited today. We had a really big weekend. We are actually shooting our podcast for the first time ever on the new iPhone 7, coming to you with all this depth and stuff. In fact, it made Alex so angry earlier because our piece of junk iPhone 6 couldn't really compete, and it was really hard for us to pull off the 2-angle thing. We're working on it. Hopefully we'll have a plus here in the next couple of weeks. I won't have mine till mid
we will.
October.
Step it up. Another notch.
Take it to the next level. So before we get into this first discussion, which we're going to talk about the Raw exclusive pay-per-view Clash of Champions, formerly Night of Champions,
First
NOC
time
to COC, even though we just finished the CWC. So we'll talk about that there. During SummerSlam, my good friend Daryl, aka Darrell, did guess the number of suplexes that Brock Lesnar would put on Randy Orton himself. And the number was 7. So I do have a prize for you, sir. And there's, depending either prize number 1 or prize number 2. Prize number 2 will actually go to whoever wins tonight's trivia on the next podcast. So you just have to pick 1 or 2.
2.
Oh, he went with 2. All right.
You got it.
And number 2 is going to be a WWE vinyl figure, mystery figure. So on top of that, it is something that is even more of a mystery.
I hope it's the Ric Flair.
I know. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Is anyone curious as to what was behind door number 1?
I am.
Should we wait?
I mean,
I think we should wait because it's like we're starting now. We gotta reel them in, keep them there for an hour, and then we
tune in. You will really enjoy what's behind door number 1 when we get to the trivia question of the night towards the end of the show. So I thought that was exciting. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's something good. Note that all of our friends out there and family, you guys post it on YouTube. I look at it, and if you win, I will contact you, and we'll get you this prize out as soon as we can from all of us here at the Frog Splash Podcast.
Right.
So, once again, thank you. Phenomenal choice, number 7. Can't wait to see what that vinyl figure is going to be. So let's start with how they even started the night in the last couple of weeks. We're having a kickoff match with Alicia Fox, the veteran, versus Nia Jax, the Destroyer. This is what I'm going to deem her.
Yes.
Jesse?
It was unexpected, but I love me some Alicia Fox. I think she's extremely talented, and I think Nia Jax could use a good mid-carder from the women's division to sort of start a program with. I like that they sort of focus a little bit on crazy Alicia Fox, because that was a character back in the day. And for those of you who don't know, I actually tweeted a slow-mo video of when Alicia Fox threw the box at Nia's nose. It's pretty hilarious. So she sort of lost her I guess her mind for a second, because she sort of broke character, because for a split second you can see she has concern on her face for Nia because she threw that box at her nose. So, but with regards to the match, I think it'll be a good match. I think we're going to see Nia Jax destroy her. And this could be potentially, in my opinion, a retirement match for Alicia Fox, because she's not utilized a lot. So, who knows? But I think it'll be a good match. I love me some women's matches, so I'm going to, call it for Nia Jax, I think, as we all would. But I think it'll still be a good match.
I see a lot of head shakes going down there on the end there. Darrell, would you give us your 2 cents? If anything.
Yeah, Jesse said it great. I mean, Alicia hasn't had any action since the Bella Army took a break.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's true.
You're right, Team Bella. I was re-watching those matches from SummerSlam last year. They were introduced as Team PVB and all that stuff. And she came out, whatever it was called.
That was a year ago.
Wow. It was over a year ago. And so you see Alicia Fox come down in the red army attire of the Bellas. And I don't remember her in the storyline since then.
Yeah.
A lot of superstars.
Well, I don't watch that show, so that's why I have you guys for it.
Yeah.
I can't watch all of it.
Right.
For sure. I don't have anything else. I don't think this is going to be a good match. I really don't. For one, I haven't seen Nia Jax put on a good match since NXT. And that's because Asuka carried that match, play by play.
Very true.
Can we really trust that Alicia Fox will do the same?
Because she is the veteran. She has
She's
to
the
be
vet.
the one
She is a
carrying.
veteran, and she's a good worker. With regards to the fact that she hasn't been given a lot of opportunity within the company, I think she's only a one-time Divas champion for like 2 months. So she hasn't been given a lot of opportunity to shine, but she is actually a really good wrestler. I've seen her do this corkscrew backbreaker that still sort of makes me happy. So
She can do that on Nia Jax.
no, she can't.
Okay.
But I think Nia Jax is limited with what she can do in the ring because she just is. Being PC here.
I mean, that's like trying to say that, Braun Strowman or Big Show is going to do something different that we've never seen.
Yeah.
He's always going to do
Yeah.
the same moves,
Yeah.
because not just because he's older, but because he's too big to do any other moves.
Yeah.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
We're not going to see Big Cass do a frog splash off the top rope.
No.
Like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I mean, if Nia Jax had a little bit more agility with the, like a Samoa Joe type character, I think that would be pretty cool to watch. But
Samoa Joe's, he can do
Yeah.
those things.
He
can
can.
do
He can.
the insiguris
And
when people are sitting on the top rope. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, I mean, will it be, it's not going to be the best match on the card by any means, but I'll enjoy watching Alicia Fox have, in my opinion, maybe one final good match, hopefully.
I hope, because the way that I see it down this line here, I think it's safe to say that we got a total of 4 going for Nia Jax.
Oh, totes.
Anyone disagree? Anyone take the wild card on it?
No, can't.
4.
You can't, especially if it's on the pre-show. You can't be like, oh, they're gonna try something new to grab your attention. You're watching the pre-show because you like watching wrestling, not because you're expecting something different.
We know who you are, and we know why you're here.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's not going to be a surprise. I think we all expect it to be a squash match.
No.
I think they've
Her
given
first
Alicia-
squash match
Yeah.
because she's only had jobber matches until that.
Yeah, those are getting old. I'm ready for her to start a program with someone. So I'm glad she's doing a program
Start
She
something
with
gets him back
Alicia.
before Braun Strowman.
Yeah, because Braun Strowman got his first jobber match, which was with Sin Cara too.
Yeah.
It was a longer match. More of a squash.
Not very much. It was just that Sin Cara got to hit him a couple of
They,
times.
they need. It's soft topic, but they just need to send him down to NXT for a good year to develop himself because
He was developing,
Yeah.
but he was in the farm system. He was never
I'm not
at
buying
live shows or things like that.
Yeah.
They pulled him up real quick because Bray Wyatt needed him. He needed the look.
Yeah, no, I can agree with
I
that.
don't think it would help his character if they put him down now. All right, back to topic.
We're not even talking about
Yeah, I know.
I know.
We're talking about all the other people.
It's important because that's part of where the future goes when I talk about business acumen of the wrestling industry. So let's move on to what is deemed to be the second or the opening match for the show. Will probably be the Sami Zayn versus the gift that we all need, the gift that we all deserve. The gift of Jericho. Drink it in, man. Do you know what this match is going to have that none of the other matches are going to have?
Oh, Canada?
It!
Oh.
They're going to have it, Alex! I got you on it. You had no clue. Right over. It's going to have it.
It's gonna have the F
I'm
factor.
excited because, one, I'm a Jerichoholic. Have been since the Lion Tamer days, WCW style. Still, when he saved us through the Y2J, when he broke the code, when he came back in 2006, and even when he surprised us in San Antonio earlier this year. Because, honestly, I was going to try to go see him play with Fozzy, but now he's wrestling, and I get to enjoy that. So I'm excited for this match. Chris Jericho has a hard time putting people over in pay-per-views this year.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know how to call this. I'm just excited to see the two styles go against each other and not clash.
It's not Clash.
That was not on purpose. But Alex, what do you have for this match? What are you excited about, if anything?
I'm excited because Chris Jericho is a veteran. Like, he's good at putting on a good show. I've seen more of him in the last year than I've seen in a long time of him, so I have to respect him. I love his character now. Like, the character he's putting on right now. Stupid Idiot and and my best friend, Kevin Owens, he's got it. He's got it going on right now. I've got to give it to him. For someone that I've never liked, he's changed his character. People talk about that. He's changed his character all these times.
Yeah.
This is finally a character that I like because it's funny, but he does win with it. So with that, I think it's gonna be a good match. You've got to put Sami Zayn over. You have to.
See, you have to, but Chris Jericho, as we said earlier, is not known for putting talent over.
How's he going to? Because it's got to be something with the part of, hey, Sami Zayn, you're no longer Kevin Owens' best friend. I'm Kevin Owens' best friend. So
Okay.
there's got to be a storyline in there somewhere near the end of it, whether or not Sami Zayn wins or Chris Jericho wins. But I think Sami Zayn needs to win in order for this feud to continue, which can be a funny, thing if they continue it.
True.
Darrell, who really needs his win more?
Canada?
It's not fair.
Well,
My
no,
best
really.
friend Canada?
Canada really does need this win. So I'm saying anybody wins. Isn't Survivor Series right around the corner in Canada?
Yeah.
Toronto.
And they're just gonna make fun of Canada the whole time because that's what Chris Jericho does for some reason.
Yeah.
Even his hometown, Montreal.
Yep.
I don't know that he's from there.
You're just pandering to the
What are
smart
we
crowd.
pandering to the crowd now?
I really do feel Sami Zayn needs the win. I'm not sure if he'll get it though.
I agree with that.
I don't think he will. I think this win goes to Jericho.
Because it's gonna be so early in the card that it really doesn't matter.
Because Sami Zayn can still get away with a loss. He's proven that this entire year
Oh,
yeah.
with
Yeah, that's
pay-per-views, that it hasn't hurt him at all in the standings and storyline and ability. The crowd still olays him, which is funny because
Very
he's
true.
not from Spain.
He's super over.
But it's a soccer thing,
Yeah,
and I
right.
get it. And he's not
very old.
Scottish either, but that's
Yeah.
okay. I'll get over that. So he's from Canada, and they don't have that over there. So let's stop doing that.
They've got 90s music in 2000.
Yeah, right.
And I feel this may tie into the next topic, but what he was talking about with Mick Foley and the cruiserweight division and some of those zingers, I know this is going to be a great match with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I think it's going to end with the code breaker with him lying on his back, but it'll still be a really good match.
Ooh, a blue lightning power bomb into a code breaker.
You mean the
Whatever it's called.
Thunderbomb.
whatever?
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, that.
Blue thunderbomb lightning.
No, but what did Michael Cole
Ooh,
call
that
it?
is a good one.
Oh, he doesn't get anything right, so.
Michael's getting old.
We're not even talking joking about him messing things up. He's getting old.
For
That's-
real though, I'd
yeah.
much rather have Michael Cole right now than have David Otunga anywhere. So
That's
let's.
true.
That's just truth because he's terrible.
Yes.
But we'll save our.
Yes.
Ours not. I don't know that I can be
He's-
better than David.
He's learning on
Hashtag
the job.
get Dolph Ziggler on the sticks.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler is really, really good on the mic and
Superstar.
really good behind that commentator's table.
Yeah.
Yeah, the couple of opportunities they gave him during Superstars, I liked what I heard. I liked it.
Very good.
Yeah.
So I think we're all set. We have 3 for Chris Jericho, 1 for Zayn.
I got one
You're
for
the-
Zayn.
You're the one.
No, I'm not being the stupid idiot.
Okay. Phil Phillips. All right, man. Whatever you say. All right. So now, moving on, we'll talk about the cruiserweight champion, T.J. Perkins, putting up for the first time his title, which of course he just won, so it has to be his first time against the veteran. Like if there was a veteran on this list besides Chris Jericho, it's the Brian Kendrick.
Brian Spanky Kendrick.
Ooh.
Brian Sliced Bread Kendrick.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nothing. No. Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna have one. We'll cut that out. I'm excited for a couple of things. One, we just wrapped up the CWC, and I already know who the winner is because it's T.J. Perkins. But I only finished the semifinal matches so far, so I've got some catching up to do. I've loved everything about this tournament, and for it to show that we have a champion, whether we have these 32 competitors from around the world showcasing their talents, the high flying, the submissions, which there were a ton of submissions.
Yes.
I think you have people with different styles that I've never really paid attention to. Zack Sabre Jr. I had no clue who he was in the indie circuit. I've never seen somebody counter as many moves as he could and really showcase that different style that we don't really get to see here in the mainstream stuff in the United States.
Right.
Which takes us to this match. Brian Kendrick does not win the title. In fact, he didn't even make it to the semifinals. But we did go top 8, the Elite 8, as they say. And now he gets to go against the number 1 guy, T.J. Perkins.
Damn.
Who wants to go first? I've already said enough.
I'll start off because I want to say something near the end as well to keep it going because I love it. TJ Perkins, out of nowhere, from the first promo that he did, I was like, man, I like this guy. Like, I didn't know they were going to do anything with him. I'm not going to say, I knew he was going to get it from day one. I thought it would have been, Zack Sabre at least or Coda in the finals. But when I saw him, I was like, man, they're going to give him a couple of wins because, he just connects. He connects so well with the crowd.
Yeah.
And he's got all the moves. He lets, whether or not he was letting a Grand Metalik hit him like that, but he was scarred up after that match. It looked brutal. It looked so real. I was loving it. So putting it on him was great. Letting him go through each match. I loved every match that he had. The Brian Kendrick, the fatal 4-way match that we got to see. I loved it.
So beautiful.
It just started off. I'm already ready. I'm sold on the cruiserweights so much.
Yeah.
And I always have been. I've always loved cruiserweight wrestling. But with that, he's the only heel. He's the only heel that got to the Elite 8.
Right.
There were some heels in the first rounds that just lost, and I was like, they'll let him win because you need to have heels.
Yeah.
But in that setting, in that tournament setting, you didn't need to have heels.
Right.
But if you're gonna use them, some of them will have to change.
Now we need stories.
Now we need storylines. Before it was just a tournament.
Showcase.
It was nothing really personal.
So that's why you gave it to him. I'm cool with this. I'm glad that it's a heel versus face.
Who do you have?
I've got TJ keeping that man, but God, it's gonna be a great match.
I'll take TJ as well.
Yeah.
I think for us to establish that this title and this division is worthwhile, we can't change champions too quickly. We can't pull a Zack Ryder and just let him have it and then lose it.
Can't pull a Dean
right
Ambrose.
afterwards. Can't have
That
a
still
Dean
was
Ambrose.
way too early.
Yeah. I have TJ Perkins winning as well, and to Brian Kendrick's respect, I think if I want to bring it sort of back to the women's division, because I love the women's division, you're going to have Brian Kendrick be that veteran, that natty of the group. He's going to be always involved in some respect, but he's not necessarily going to win that much gold. He's going to be the guy that is sort of behind the scenes helping mold that division, because he really is amazing in the ring. He's not as much of a high flyer as he used to be, but I can accept it because everybody else sort of does the high flying in his place, and he's more of your technical cruiserweight now.
There you go.
So, yeah, TJ Perkins all the way, but I love me some Brian Kendrick.
I'm going TJ Perkins. I think Philippines right now is on fire from scandals with their president, Manny Pacquiao, and now TJ Perkins. Philippines, you're doing awesome. You're doing it.
It's going to be good.
So something I wanted to bring up and talk about was I was watching another podcast, OSW Review podcast. They brought out a new episode talking about the Super Slam, the SummerSlam card, and they went through it, and they were talking about how this new era, really what Vince is trying to convince people to watch this for, is based off of great wrestling. It seems like there's less storylines, it seems like there's less development. It's really like we have these great wrestlers that we're pulling from all these different places, and if you like wrestling, you're gonna like this product. For people like us, we love that. But how is this something that might be detrimental to Vince getting new people to watch now? Because as they were saying, a year ago, there were 3 million people watching Raw. It's sometimes around 2 or 2.5 now.
What's changed a lot here is the network.
Mm-hmm.
My ability to go through and watch recaps honestly hinders me from having to watch it live. And I'll be honest for myself, I don't get to watch a lot of this live. I do DVR some live episodes, but to catch a lot of recaps, I'm really going to the network to watch it.
Yeah.
And those don't count as capture rates for live television.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that what my personal vision is, if you're saying that, I don't see it being detrimental, and here's why. Because we're getting people into NXT first, is kind of the path, and you're building story, and you're building wrestling there. So by the time we take them mainstream, the storylines don't have to be as much. We already knew about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn previously in NXT. We knew about Sasha and Bayley and Charlotte all in NXT together, right? So those are things we already know. So when we see them on set in the main roster, I can remember those times. I don't have to be retold it.
Yeah.
So I think what
That's
they're trying to do is get you hooked early through NXT storyline and development. To if we want to focus on great wrestling, we can still do that on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live.
Yeah, it's not like in the OVW days when a very limited number of local audience watched these wrestlers develop themselves. Now it's a national audience. It may not still be as big as the mainstream audience, but you still have, God, I don't know how many subscribers to the network now.
Over 1 million,
Right.
And you still have, like I said, most of the time at least 2.5 million watching live.
Right.
That's still high.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Like when I think about that, that's amazing. To think that we sold out a whole stadium, 108,000 people. Like, yeah, it's still going strong. But are we going to be able to capture new audience? The younger audience, continue to capture them
Yeah.
because there aren't going to be very many of us, you and I, that stopped watching in the early 2000s and came back.
Yeah.
Because other people are just like, oh, well, they're these great wrestlers now.
Yeah. And see, that's odd because I watched in the early 2000s. That's when I sort of became a fan. Started watching in 2001, and I watched up until about 2011, and then I stopped for a couple of years. And honestly, it was the network that got me back into it.
Exactly,
I still
that's what got
watch
me into it.
WrestleMania every year, but I wasn't a weekly fan.
We watch it live now.
Yeah.
We're there.
We go there.
Yeah. True story.
Cool. I just wanted to bring that up because when I said it, I was like, that's true. Like, this new era is built on great wrestling, and we do have some great wrestlers that we get to watch. But, you know.
But
like
look
I
at the
said,
cruiserweight division, though. To Adam's point, they gave us all the storylines on the network. They said, hey, here's this person's storyline, and repeatedly, as they won, you saw the same storyline just to remind
build
you.
a little bit onto it. 2 more sentences, 3 more sentences.
Going back to yours, that's why TJ Perkins has my heart right now, because that guy was homeless. And I mean, yeah, there's been others that have been homeless.
Trained
Becky
at 13.
Lynch, right? Out of their
Booker
car, right? And in jail, in prison. But for someone to come from someplace like the Philippines and then have this opportunity, but hearing that story on the network, if you weren't tuning in, you're just seeing, hey, I didn't see the champ on Raw. Where's the champ? Who's the champ?
Right.
Oh yeah. So you guys let us know if there's more that you want us to talk about, to do some shoot together on. We can put everything you can and everything you want inside your little comment box. We can get together if it's just 1-on-1, 2-on-2, old school style, fatal 4-way, 16-pack match, 4-man. Battle Royal, reverse
We'll
Battle
get a
Royal.
6-pack. We'll just
do
drink
all
up
of
and
it.
talk.
It doesn't matter. But just a little shoot. We have more than just pay-per-views, and we can do more if you request it. But for time's sakes and for the beautiful daylight that we are killing right now,
We'll jump over to
we will
this.
jump over to Back on Track. Let's talk about this Best of 7 series. Who would like to go first?
Called it.
Called it.
I called it weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Darrell, tell
Yeah.
us what you called.
It was a great storyline. I like the Teddy Long best of 5, best of 7 matches. I didn't see it going directly to 3-0 Sheamus. I thought it was going to be the other way around. Let Cesaro take the lead at first, and then let Sheamus come and do the comeback straight for. But who knows what'll happen? Anything can happen right on a good night for anyone.
Do you think it would have been better if they did it the opposite way? Having the baby face go up 3 and then have the heel scratching and clawing back and everyone's like, no, I want him to win that one last one.
So this may not be a detail everybody likes, but the one thing I don't like was the injury. Was keeping if Cesaro would have stayed wrapped up and bandaged up
Throughout the whole thing.
throughout the
We're
whole
talking,
thing,
like, for
you're
2
selling
months
me.
straight.
You're selling me like,
Yeah.
man, he's overcoming a lot of adversity
Yeah.
to get these wins. So that's what's kind of got me right now. I'm not believing it too much. It's not selling me too much. I'm getting the wins, and also giving a guy a win not on a TV show. Just when did he win that? On what house show did he win that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That was a little.
That was the page turner
Yeah.
for me.
Okay.
Giving it to the London audience.
Yeah.
Gosh, right.
Yeah. I'm not excited about the match because at this point I'm kind of tired of watching them wrestle each other, but I love
Bleacher Report gave it a B
Yeah.
or a B plus, and I was like, I didn't even have the sound on because I didn't really want to watch
Yeah.
it. Apparently, it was a good match.
Yeah.
I just like
But
I
yeah,
got into
it's
it.
so long-winded at this point.
Yes, I'm
I
just a
feel
big
bad
fan
about
of Cesaro because I think he's amazing in the ring.
Exactly.
Sheamus too, but I would prefer for Cesaro to take away the win and finally get a program started where he can start competing for main event status because I think he's there. There's something that's keeping him back. I know that there have been rumors about him potentially leaving. I hope that's not true, but I hope that if he gets a win out of this best of 7 series, that he's sort of pushed. I would love to go to the main event, but if he's pushed to the United States Championship at some point or another, I'd be okay with that. I just think he needs a better program than what they're giving him. So
We've already seen one person jump ship and jump brands,
Hmm?
and that is Jack Swagger himself, but he got rid of it all. Could Cesaro be the second to jump brands?
Go to IC
Because he always said he wanted to go to SmackDown Live to begin
Very
with,
transparent.
Mm.
Very
and
transparent.
they did not draft him.
Very transparent.
I think that right now, if you have Dolph Ziggler lose again to The Miz, Cesaro could
Mhm.
give Miz a great run for his money with I would say, almost a better storyline.
Yeah.
I think this is lazy writing. Best of 7, going down 3, tying it back up just in time for the pay-per-view. It's too predictable
Right.
for me.
Fair.
right.
I am a fan of these matches like the Cruiserweight title or Sami Zayn and Chris Jericho, where I really have no clue who's going to win this match. But I can tell you, leading up to it, I already knew, along with Darrell, that we were going to have a 3 for 3,
Correct.
one way or the other. Back and forth, that's okay. But we didn't keep Cesaro's injury, so he's not overcoming adversity. Sorry. Oh, that's weird. Why did I do that?
What happened?
So
Like Ghost over there again?
I think Sheamus wins this.
You
But
think Sheamus won?
I think Sheamus wins this, but I think Cesaro will jump to SmackDown Live afterwards.
I mean, it's almost the perfect place for him because if you look at SmackDown Live's roster, those are almost the people who couldn't get over on the bigger show. Look at Becky Lynch, for example. They're just given that opportunity to shine on a shorter show, but the fact that they're giving it their own storylines, it's not just, hey, not so much storylines, we're just putting a bunch of matches together. So I think he would fit in really well in SmackDown. So maybe it'll happen.
Is there anything that they get out of this best of 7?
Yes, and that's what I don't understand. Like where this is going is
Yeah.
the winner of the match gets an opportunity at the next
Pay-per-view.
World Championship opportunity.
That's why
So,
Cesaro
World
should win.
Universal.
And
Universal Championship, WWE Universal Championship.
that's why he should win and say, you know what? I don't want that belt. It's not prestigious enough. I want the actual World WWE Championship belt. And that's when he jumps ship. Because I think he's going to win. I think it's Cesaro winning.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you
It'd be a
got-
cool storyline. It would get what you wanted as well.
I agree.
I don't think he needs to win it, but at least he's over on the brand you
Yeah.
think he should be on.
I mean, you still have Daniel Bryan making fun of the Universal Belt. It could fit in with that storyline if Cesaro chooses to jump ship. It could be like, yeah, I didn't want that piece of crap red belt,
Yeah.
but
Are we splitting it 2 and 2?
I still see.
I'll take it Sheamus.
I still see Sheamus doing a heel win. Right now, it's been a trend of Vince pushing the Irish winners.
Well,
Finn Balor, Irish. Becky Lynch, Irish. Sheamus, Irish. They tend to win.
yeah, I'm gonna call it for Cesaro.
So split.
There we go.
Okay.
Good.
That's good. 2 and 2. I can live with that. If anything, I can live with that. Moving forward, this will take us to our next championship match, where we have the New Day, and they do Rock, versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, aka The Club. I keep saying it's time for us to give up these belts.
That's what we keep
New
saying.
Day.
Yeah.
It's time to give up these belts.
But you got no storyline leading up to
But
this.
we tried. We tried to have a storyline.
And look what Dana Brooke caused. All type of house wrecking and getting people in trouble and stuff.
And
Naughty
show-
nurse and...
Side note,
so
she
funny.
should be their manager.
She would be a great manager right now.
She probably would.
Great
They
valet.
need, they
for
need
them.
a woman in the club.
They need a good valet.
They
for
never
her.
said it was boys only club.
True.
Like,
True.
you can have a girl there.
I
mean,
I'm still gonna
she ain't
say-
a girl, she a woman, but
I'm still gonna say that New oh gosh.
You gonna
All
say
right,
it?
New Day. They win. They keep it. They keep it. Because I can't go against them for like the 8th pay-per-view in a row
and be wrong again.
and be wrong again. So
You
I
might
will.
make me have to do that too because of that. 'cause golly.
I'll take the high road here, and also because I ordered my Toys R Us exclusive 3-person Funko for the New Day, which comes out October, which means they probably still will be the chance by then. I don't have a Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson one coming out,
Right.
so I'm gonna say New Day.
They're just so over right now that I'm sure the plan was to take the belts off them sooner, but I mean they're as big as any main event superstar right now.
Yeah.
I mean they are
It should
just
be.
yeah,
The club. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't matter if they have the gold.
right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see them taking the belt off of them. They may decide to go the route of having them chase the belt because historically we like watching the baby faces chase the belt, but they're so over right now that I don't think that they will get stripped of the titles. What do you think?
New Day all day.
New Day wins it because
New
Luke
Day rocks.
Gallows and Carl Anderson finally pull out the chairs and the sledgehammers. Please, just give me the club that I want. You don't have to win. You don't have to have the gold. You're over because you beat people up. Please just beat them up. Big E came out and disqualified you last time.
Yes.
How about you guys just disqualify yourselves and beat them up?
I agree. I take
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I take that.
That's what I want. That's what a lot of us
What's
want.
next? Hell in a Cell for the main roster for Raw.
TLC? No. TLC's December.
Oh, December to December.
No. So yeah, then Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell would be next, right?
Yeah, for Raw.
You may
Is
not
that a Raw
get
exclusive?
Luke and Carl getting the belts until TLC,
No.
which is what I thought we were gonna do for the Dudleys last year,
Yeah.
but that failed.
They kind of have to win in a way that like suits them. Like a 1, 2, 3 clean match isn't what's gonna suit them for getting the belt.
Is it? No Mercy's for SmackDown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell, Raw.
Hell in
Yeah,
a Cell.
yeah, yeah. And they're color coding them now.
Well, Survivor Series will be together.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you put Xavier on the outside yelling, doing the
That's
like,
Hell in a Cell.
come on, that'd be hilarious. That'd be a great match.
Yep.
All 4 for the New Day.
Yep.
Do you know why though, right? Because very cool.
I just
That's
wanna do
the
that.
loudest.
So too loud.
So
Way
you
too
just
loud.
turn it. If you're at work, just turn it down just a little bit.
I just
Put
want to do the
disclaimer
Kofi Kingston.
Put this. Put the.
Boom, boom. All right, so we've got 3 matches left.
Here we go.
Let's take us to the Raw Women's Championship match, which is now a 3-way. It was originally supposed to be a rematch with Sasha and Charlotte. Bayley lost her opportunity to actually be part of this match and then was awarded it again anyway.
But the reason being was that both of their shoulders were down. And I actually called it the night of. And then I thought, oh, okay, they're just going to disregard it because it's not part of the storyline. But either they smarted up and saw the footage and said, hey, all 4 shoulders were down, or it was just planned from the get-go. Either way,
I hope it was planned from the get-go because I think that was a cool segment that they
Yeah.
did to like have Dana Brooke like, oh, it happened like
Right.
this, and it's like
And
we all felt that way too.
the way that it happened, I actually bought it. Like previously, when we've had double pins, it's like, oh, that's a stretch on how that double pin worked. But this one looked legit. They were both.
I was also in the chat.
shoulders down.
I sent the message, but nobody responded.
Yeah.
But I was chatting with someone else, and they purposely
cheated?
watched the video angle. If you go back and watch it again live, they do not show Bayley. They do not show it again. But yet, when they're looking just right up at Sasha, then on the replay, you see it. You see it. It was good.
I feel like we saw the double pin in the women's division either a year ago or NXT. And I called that one whenever it happened. I'm trying to remember.
It was who's gonna face Charlotte at Mania between Becky Lynch
Yeah.
and Sasha.
Sasha Banks.
So the fact that double pin.
That was a pretty good double pin though
Made
in
it
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But we had seen so many double pins that
The whole year.
with Sami
Oh,
Zayn and Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe?
Three
So are
times
we getting the
or
WrestleMania match that we should have gotten now?
Nah.
This match.
Don't
This match?
Don't
This
dismiss
match.
Becky. Becky.
I'm
I
not-
love me some Becky.
Becky, I love you. Not as much
Becky
as
did
this
really,
match.
she did really well in that match.
Yeah, she did.
That made
She
it.
got stitches in her eye too.
Minus Ric
Yeah.
Flair.
Yeah.
And then like her.
You know, I actually haven't been as excited about this match as I was for the Mania triple threat. Because I usually am not excited about triple threats that are women's.
Mania was good.
Because Vince doesn't know how to book women's triple threat or a fatal four-way. He just doesn't.
What's good here is you have three members of the Four Horsewomen
Yeah.
that have wrestled together for years.
Yeah.
And so you can tell a lot of story. And I get Michael Cobra like, oh, she's seen that before. Or you'll have Byron Saxton saying something lame along the same lines. Oh, back in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Go back, watch all of their previous matches. But for us who've already seen it, I actually am excited. This is probably one of the better matches of the evening.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
excited. I just don't think that the finish is what I'm going to be happy about.
There'll be a moonsault that somebody goofs up on,
Keeps the-
right?
Yeah.
there's going to be a top rope Bailey belly. Oh man, it's
Top
gonna
rope.
be
Bailey
so
Bell.
good.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
So who are we calling it?
Who's winning? Not Bailey.
It's not Bailey because
Sasha.
she just debuted and they're not going to put the belt on her that quickly.
Not Bailey.
Yeah.
Charlotte wins because
She's
Sasha Banks
genetically
shows that
superior.
she is a heel and does something heelish to Bailey to belly. Bailey's about to pin. You get Sasha Banks. She comes in with the bank statement, and I'm the heel. I'm the one that deserves to win. But then Charlotte comes in and does something to actually win it. There's got to be that, like, you have to have Sasha as a heel. She just doesn't, like, she's good as a babyface, but we don't need her as a babyface. We don't.
Right.
So, you have Charlotte.
Charlotte's one though. That's why I'm not, like, as excited.
Darrell. I'll go opposite end.
Part of me says Sasha's back is still the reason why she loses.
Okay.
Okay.
Charlotte wins.
Ooh.
What?
Bailey's concerned about Sasha's back, like something happens, and then she shows that she's a heel to Bailey, and then Charlotte comes up and wins it. Okay.
I think you could potentially, if we want to go with the Sasha Banks heel turn, Bailey inadvertently costs Sasha
Okay.
her title in some way. By some sort of accident, maybe she clotheslines her or punches her off the top rope. Some way she gets her out of the match, and in retrospect, Charlotte capitalizes and retains the belt. As much as it pains me to say, because I don't want Charlotte to be the champ anymore, I would love to have Sasha be a long-term women's champion. I agree. Right now, creative Vince, Hunter, they love Charlotte with that belt.
Yep.
So
What's the move that Bailey does when she gets on the middle turnbuckle and adjusts her triangle?
she does a off the top rope reverse elbow.
That I feel might be
Yeah.
like
Oh,
maybe Sasha, like Sasha's down, Charlotte's right in front. Charlotte gets out of the way. Boom.
Mhm.
Sasha takes it, and then Charlotte capitalizes
Yeah.
on the mistake. Something like that.
The only reason why it may not happen is because we saw it happen with Natty and Becky.
Yeah.
So we've seen that.
We've
heel
already
turn
forgotten about
already.
those girls. They're in another brand
Right,
almost.
right.
This is a Raw exclusive
You're right, you're right.
podcast
Whole other universe.
for today. So I like what you're saying there, and I'm going to dig a little different. Bailey to belly, off the top, knocks out the referee. When
Ref job.
right, so that was Sasha. So Sasha gets thrown to the side.
Yep.
No one's there to count it, right? So the referee, you got the guy coming from the back who's never going to make it there in time. When that occurs,
That gift. He just keeps running.
sliding right through. It was the best one right there. So as Sasha is rolled over, right, and she's actually on top of Charlotte, who's also passed out, and the belly lands on her, but she can't count. There's no count for it, and so by the time the ref finally comes down or
Yep.
the ref awakes, Sasha,
Drake's when
Sasha's-
Drake's little brother
Oh,
gets back
it's
up.
gonna be Drake's little brother for
It's
sure.
so gonna be a
And
good
so
one.
she's signaling for him to get back up. That's when we go into the what is it, the natural selection.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into a
'Cause Charlotte-
figure 8.
Charlotte won't make Bayley or Sasha tap out. If Charlotte wins, it'll be via natural
There
selection
you go.
or some sort of illegal pin, foot on the top rope or something.
Oh, beautiful.
May I also say Mick Foley did point out his mistakes he made last week. Did he not make another mistake in not banning Dana Brooke from ringside? He
That's
didn't
true
do that.
because this is a triple threat, so it's no DQ.
So you got the Dana factor as well.
Yeah.
It's staying up
You do have
Charlotte.
Dana factor, but speaking of Dana, could she turn on Charlotte?
To give it to
Too
Sasha or to give it to...
Too many heels.
Yeah.
They teased it when she slapped Charlotte.
Oh, such a beautiful
And it was
spot,
great,
too.
but she
Yeah.
came right back to it. Oh, I'm
That's-
sorry.
Dana
like,
couldn't,
yeah.
she couldn't even keep her face, but she kept...
Yeah, we needed like a Sandow moment where we tease it for like 3 or 4 months,
Yeah.
where he comes back on the Miz.
Yeah.
We need a little bit more. I would say Survivor Series.
Good one.
We're getting pretty close though when Emma comes back.
Oh, I hope Emma comes back and just kills it. Kills it.
She already did in that ref's outfit. You didn't see that
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
From
Yeah,
Melbourne,
from the live
Australia.
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
live event. Oh, I
Yeah.
love Emma.
Down under.
And then and that.
And,
All right.
Honorable
With-
mention.
2
Zack Ryder.
matches left. Woo woo woo.
We did. Got it.
Let's move into the United States champion Rusev.
Mochka.
Sure.
Mochka.
Yeah.
Mach got something!
Crush it versus Boomin Brains because he's boring and I'm tired
Does
of it.
Does anybody agree with me when I say I don't care?
No, I
So-
care.
Don't care.
So
I don't
let me start off by saying that JBL, Nash and Scott Hall on the WWE Network for only $9.99 was great. And towards the middle of the segment, I don't know if Hunter paid you to say this or
But
not.
it was so good.
But it was good
I know what he's talking
about how Roman Reigns and Cena, whether you like them or not, you can go anywhere and you're gonna see the kids wearing the hat, wearing the wristbands, the armbands.
They got the Empire shirt.
They're over. Their
Roman
merchandise,
Empire.
their
Yeah.
merchandise is right on top of each other.
He's buying his own stuff, sure.
Maybe
Let's
maybe
get it
for his
out.
little girl, who knows? But this match is gonna be just another reason why you may want to hate Roman Reigns. You may love to hate him.
Yeah.
We didn't even get a match last time, right? Because
Bingo.
he DQ'd himself or the
Yeah,
referee
right.
started. Actually,
Yeah.
Rusev was DQ'd.
Out of anger.
That's right. Everything itself was just all to hell, and everyone thought. And when you get to watch, they didn't even have a match.
Nope.
Yeah.
And that was even worse. Like not having a match was even worse.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hated that angle.
Yeah.
I think because of the way Raw ended with Rusev completely dominating Reigns, it makes me think typically, historically, when that happens on Raw before a pay-per-view, that person who got the crap beat out of him goes over. So I think we'll see Roman Reigns go over and become a U.S. champ just to sort of keep him at bay until they're ready to put him back in the main event.
It feels like the same thing they did with him with Triple H was, oh, let's see this aggressive side of Roman Reigns and not even get a whole match out of it with
Mhm.
Triple H before WrestleMania, and then we'll put the strap on him. Boring.
Roman Reigns has to go back into the main card until you have Finn Balor back to actually be your Universal Champion.
Yeah.
You have to have Roman Reigns in the mix with it because Cesaro and Sheamus won't go into the mix.
Red, white, and blue shield.
Yeah.
Like the t-shirt they were selling in the shop.
Oh yeah.
I saw you.
I just don't see them giving it to Roman Reigns. I thought maybe last one at SummerSlam because that would be a big time to do it. Have I said that any belts changed during this?
No.
So far, no.
No. You ready?
Yeah, I'll give it to that then. I'll give it to Reigns, even though, because out of all the other ones, I don't see those changing.
All right. Ready? All right. We're working on this one for a while. Okay.
Don't hit me in the head.
No, you will not be hit in the head at all. So here's what I have for this match, and it doesn't start here and it won't end here. It started months and months ago in Survivor Series last year, where we did have Roman Reigns with the belt, and where we should have, if we wanted to like him, we should just let him fight through it all and not lose automatically to Sheamus, and then win it back, and then lose it at the Royal Rumble. Terrible. Here's what you have here now. Rusev wins this match. That's what I'm going to call it for. Something occurs between Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Rusev, and Roman Reigns, which takes us to Hell in a Cell. A 4-way triple threat or quadruple threat Hell in a Cell for both the Universal and for the US. And what better way to get Roman Reigns over than give him 2 flippin' belts? He's gonna win it at Hell in a Cell while he gets the US belt and the Universal belt, and he's not gonna care. Once he wins, he's just gonna leave. 0 celebration, 0 care.
I'm gonna hate that when that happens.
That's happening.
So he can just be going to Rollins the next day and say, now I'm the second guy that did the same thing you did?
Better, because Rollins didn't win the Universal Championship.
True.
And that's lower
So he's
tier. The heavyweight championship is lower.
Ooh.
He doesn't have to. Here's the point of the character they should build for Roman Reigns is he shouldn't have to prove himself to anybody. He's just the guy, right? So he shouldn't have to say, I'm that guy compared to you. He's just the guy. And that's where Rollins can kick in and say, well, I've done it for... which could set something up for a little bit later. That's, I told you, off the wall. But I was really thinking about this during lunch when I was eating El Pollo Tropical by myself.
Shout out.
And it
Like
was,
it's-
no, yeah, like last night. Today. This morning. So that's what I'm calling. But that doesn't tell you who wins the Universal Championship for my mind. So we will move and finish it off. So I've got Rusev winning this. Roman Reigns? You're a Roman Reigns guy?
I'm not a Roman Reigns guy.
Roman Reigns.
Rusev keeping it.
Split
Alexander Rusev.
again.
Split down.
I love it. I love it,
I
Michael.
love it,
I love it, Michael.
Battle.
That's how we know we hang out too much with each other.
It's
Yeah.
because we all want that 3 count crushers.
That's perfectly timed.
I need the zombie one. Our final match of the evening will take us to the WWE Universal Championship match versus the showstopper, the Raw owner, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens show.
The Kevin Owens show versus Seth Rollins. Undisputed, baby.
Architect.
So you have what used to be the future with what is the present. I can't say Kevin Owens
Talks
is
a lot
the
about the
future.
past, though.
He talks a lot. I'm not sure that I can count Kevin Owens as the future as he is the present. A lot of similarities as to how they rose to power.
Right.
So this should be a good match in general. I'm excited to see
Yeah,
it because
that's
we know that Kevin Owens is a worker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will put in the spots. There'll be a super kick, I'm sure.
Cannonball.
Tons of them.
Cannonball, running
Yeah.
cannonball, right? He'll
Yeah.
do running senton. He'll do all of it.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we
Yeah.
always see. He'll probably do a power bomb on the side apron. That's his go-to thing right now. And then we'll see Seth Rollins. We'll get some super kicks as well.
Some high knees.
Some high knees. Oh, maybe break
Off the
some
top
Cena
rope.
noses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do some frog splashing,
Eddie. Mm-hmm.
When he
Rope.
turned in the air
Yeah.
on that one. Oh.
rope
Yeah.
jumping. But we're gonna have a great match here.
We'll see some new spots too. I think Kevin Owens is someone who doesn't like to do the same thing multiple times. So we're gonna see some new moves from him, which will be cool.
I think we'll get a frog splash from both of them because they both like
Oh,
frog splash.
yeah. Bullfrog?
Yeah.
Bullfit frog splash?
Yeah.
Bullfit frog splash
Yeah.
podcast.
It's gonna be one hell of a match.
So 2 former
yeah.
NXT champions face off again.
The first
Alright.
NXT champion.
Versus.
A former NXT champion.
The fifth? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the last one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a year, so
Yeah.
who cares?
It's-
Well, you know,
Neville was champion.
he did beat up Sami Zayn.
like 8 times. Like every Thursday.
Do we think there's going to be third-party interference by anybody?
If you do.
J&J Security.
Shout out. Blast from the past. Jamie Noble.
No.
Mercury.
Johnny Mundo is not going to show up.
Joey Mercury.
Yeah, I don't. If you are,
No, let's go. This will stay legit.
it's gonna be Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I like that.
If anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be Brock Lesnar.
Do we have Mick Foley and Stephanie at ringside again
Yes,
for this match?
Oh, yeah.
because something will occur to where they have to restart the match, which they've done a lot this season, and I've really enjoyed because we're not having matches that just in.
Oh, Raw goes off the air. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I like
Nope. Restart that match.
Go 10 minutes past.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
So, Darrell.
I continue to love the storyline that I guess either Hunter or Vince or creators doing with the Universal Championship, keeping it Finn, former NXT champ, Kevin Owens, former NXT champ, Seth Rollins, also a former NXT champ. I don't see that trend leaving any time soon, which is why I don't feel Roman Reigns would touch that strap, at least not yet. On this particular match, I still see Canada winning, going into Survivor Series later, and not going rubber band. So I see Kevin Owens really getting the push and him cementing his heel status as that champ. Finn would have been our face and the long running face.
Yeah.
But the future right now is in
Oh,
Kevin
yeah, man.
Owens.
He's getting better.
He is.
He gets to do Legos now.
I follow it. Yeah, he's a
Can
Lego
I do
designer.
Lego? Yeah, you can do Lego. Oh yeah. He's all excited. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
I think what you have is you have a great heel in Kevin Owens, and you have a great heel in Seth Rollins, but they're given hints.
He just went babyface
They're
during that
hints
cage
of
match.
babyface. Yeah, I think he will be the babyface they wanted Roman Reigns to be.
He came and saved his
He,
Shield brethren.
yeah, but still with some hints of heelism because he didn't necessarily do it to help Roman Reigns.
Didn't
I don't think so.
he didn't jump on him?
I think he came out there to make a statement and to make his presence known, and I think he's going to be the next big babyface for the company because Roman Reigns could not be that babyface.
Speaking of the
Yes.
future, I can't wait until he babyface just to go heel again.
Yeah.
Just sort
Like
of
we're
clear.
just seeing
Exactly.
the babyface start, but like
I'm looking for like 2 years down the road when we have like Shield 2.0 and he does the same thing.
you should have known I was gonna do that.
You stupid idiot from Idioville.
I designed this. I'm not.
So we saw him go pretty much babyface. I think, and I like him chasing it, the strap as a whiny babyface, like that. People don't like. We're booing you because like we're like you're heel, but you are getting at, you're doing things that are babyface, and then it's like slowly. You know, Stephanie turns on him, like just goes away. Hunter doesn't want to talk to anyone. Even Mick Foley's like, why would I ever want to talk to someone like you who just doesn't ever win? You just cry about stuff. And then he overcomes it by himself as babyface, gets the strap. This is later on, and then he can turn that heel again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have Kevin Owens still winning this. You can't switch it. He looks too good in a suit right now.
Oh,
He's playing
man.
the architect type, the portion that Seth Rollins was in a year ago, standing side by side with authority. Everyone's believing in him.
Corporate champ,
Corporate champ.
He is a corporate champion.
universal corporate champ.
And he looks good in that suit. He looks
Real good.
slimmer.
Real
Right?
good.
It's a good cut for you.
Yeah, no more
I love it.
singlets.
Stop wearing that crap, man. And wait, will he have the red shorts on?
It only works if he's got the
Question
red.
You mark.
all of our fans.
You have to. We should have
the red
known.
belt.
We should have known you would
Silver?
get it because the red shorts,
Yeah,
the red
shorts,
belt,
yeah.
like
Red with silver.
It was perfect. But Roman Reigns in his stupid red color.
or blue. Whenever they just want to change it.
Any of Roman Reigns' attire.
We were
You know,
like, you should change his attire. Oh no, we'll just like we'll change the color.
there is an official petition from the White
Yes.
House that is being signed to get Roman Reigns to remove his body armor.
He's a cheater.
That bulletproof vest has to go.
He's a
You saw,
cheater.
you saw like one of the
gotta
first hits that Kevin Owens did.
Slap
He
him.
slapped him. He was like, "You."
Yeah, come on.
It's
bro.
because you got that. He was like,
That's
"What?
cheater.
What did you just hit me with?"
Yeah.
D'Lo Brown style.
He didn't even wear the Connor's cure on his stuff.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a non-baby face.
So that moves us to the last portion. We have a couple of moments because we're trying to make sure we hit this just under an hour because I always break it up when I watch it in the car, a couple of different trips from work and so. The trivia question for this pay-per-view will be out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches that we've talked about, including the pre-show match. How many of them end with a submission? There'll be no line, but there will be a specific number that we're going based off of here.
4.
2.
Mine was 4 as well. Nah.
Nah.
I'll go 5. I'll say that Nia Jax actually gets.
You say 5?
Yeah. There are 4 that are for sure gonna happen, and the 5th one is my wild card, which is Nia Jax actually doing a new submission that we haven't seen to win that match.
Now that's one of my 4. I was thinking it was going to be old school bear hug, but I'm curious.
Nah,
What do you got, Adam?
5, man.
What did you say?
2.
I said 2.
You said 4,
Cuatro.
and you said 5.
See.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real heel here. 0.
0. I
I'm
like
going
that.
0.
You could have easily just gone 3 and
I'm
been
going
like,
0.
No, 0.
Completely.
We're gonna see something new from TJ Perkins.
So for the tiebreaker, because it's a low, we only have a maximum of 8 numbers that can be picked here.
Yeah.
The tiebreaker number closest to will be how many disqualifications? Oh, I'll change that because I don't like that one. How many false finisher kickouts in the entire match?
Oh.
Because I will
All
count
the
them.
matches?
All the matches.
False finisher kick.
Because I gotta make it mean like it has to be like their.
They have to use a
the
finisher
finisher.
and then someone kicks
And
it.
then the kick out.
I feel like it happens at least once per match.
Sure.
Mm.
Then your 8 number would be 8.
Yeah, I'll go 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so many.
That's a lot.
Well, the
Mine's
Nia
2.
Jax.
Mine's 2 on that one.
No.
2.
That's 3.
Yeah, for the
2, 3,
I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative. I'll say 4.
4.
Yeah.
and I say 2 because I've been seeing that a lot on Raw and SmackDown before even pay-per-views. So.
I'll go 5 here.
Okay.
So I got 0 and then 5, and that's of course if there's a tiebreaker or none of us are right, we'll default to that. Like I said, if you guys want to in on this, put it in the comment box before the show. I will watch it and see it. And just to ruin it, because I have to, like this prize is so good, I have to show everyone. This will get you to really, really get into it. Are you ready? You ready?
Let's see it.
Drax,
Oh my
number
gosh,
1, written by
Mr.
CM
Phil,
Punk himself.
Phil, whatever his last name is. Phil Punk.
First edition
One.
for Drax number 1.
Wow.
Now, it is not signed, but it has never been used and never been opened.
Ready?
And the winner of this trivia will get this sent to them. And I'll put it UPS certified, box it all up, just for you. It could be somebody in this room except Darrell, because he can't win
That
it.
is super
Except for
cool.
because he already won.
There you
Wow.
Come on. You gotta like
Right.
the video. Like this video.
Like it, share it, love it. From all of us here at the Frog Splash Podcast, we out for life.